the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Epic Podcast, man. Me and Jared in here again, of course, but we also got Justin joining us here soon. So, how's your sports week been since last week?
Boring, man. Ain't nothing really been going on. The Reds are still sucking. I mean, it's crazy how they're the same team for 2 decades, just the same issues. So, but other than that, nothing, man. It's been pretty slow in the sports world for me. About for you?
About the same, man. Yeah, Boston ain't doing anything. Have been keeping up with the NHL playoffs. Pittsburgh and the Flyers play tonight, so I'm a Penguins fan, Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
Mhm.
So follow that. Hopefully we can pull through on that one for the Battle of Pennsylvania. So, but outside of that, man, just looking forward to the draft. Caught a glimpse a little bit of the NBA draft yesterday.
WNBA.
WNBA, my bad. Yes, WNBA draft. Um, and that was it, man. We just got Justin joining us too. So, how's your sports week been, man? Oh, wait, no, oh, there he is.
What'd you say?
I said, how's your sports week been? Or your week in general?
Week was solid. Can't complain. Yeah,
That's
can't
cool. That's
complain.
cool. Um, nope, never mind. That's irrelevant. Uh, so we're gonna start off, man. We're gonna jump into a little NBA news and talk about end of the season awards, and the 65 game rule, man. So as it is right now, like you have to play at least 65 games, log in at least 20 minutes to be eligible for major awards like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and all NBA teams. I guess before we talk about, I guess, predictions and stuff like that, how do y'all feel about the rule? Everybody been talking about what they think people should do and shouldn't do, but what do y'all think about the rule in general?
I mean, I thought his intentions was good. I think it's starting to backfire now, being that there's a lot of guys that are worthy of those awards and aren't getting an opportunity to get them. I think it just needs to be tweaked a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, we definitely want the guys playing, but we also want to be able to use some subjectiveness to it as well. I mean, if you can only play 57 games and can objective or subjectively, objectively be considered, one of the best in the game, I think we should let that go. I feel like they could have just because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get guys playing. I think what they should have done is they should have just cracked down on people missing games. I mean, make it so that you have to be on the actual uh, injury report in order to miss a game. I mean, I feel like it's just that simple. No miss for rest. Just take that away and then you be good. So in that case, if people are if people get legitimately injured and they're out for 18 games, which will bring them under that 65 game mark if my math is correct. If they've still done enough to be considered one of the best in the game, just let it be that.
No, I agree with that too. I think you have to start imposing individual penalties on players instead of kind of blinking in it.
Right.
Um, I think that's the only way you can fix it because a lot of people's talking about changing the number of games, but I mean, they're just gonna adjust, and then you're gonna find somebody else who we feel is worthy who played 50 games. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's gonna be
Because it's
something like
crazy.
that.
There's
It'll
like
be
four
somebody like
guys.
Jokic who's averaging a triple double for the season, only played 50 games, and like now we have to sit back and kind of adjust it again, or talk about how we make it so he fits in. So
Right, and there's some guys that are averaging that have played more minutes than some guys that have hit the 65 game threshold, which is wild too if you think about it. So there's guys that have that hit the 65 game threshold, but there's other guys that aren't eligible because they didn't hit the 65 game threshold but have played more minutes, which is crazy. But
I
so I
think
think
it's a.
that's
I think maybe the minutes thing may be a good way. We know how many minutes in a game.
yeah.
I mean, you could probably calculate it out for amount of time.
Only thing with that is you can't penalize a team for being up 50, going into the fourth, so I
I
guess
mean,
maybe if you
but
take a percentage of the first three quarters, I don't know, but some guys' minutes do be down because they don't play a lot of the fourth quarters. So I don't know, man. I think they just need to crack down on the injury report. Like
but I
if
look
you're
at it
not
like this.
with a live injury, then you can't miss the game.
I agree with that too. But then they're gonna start. They're gonna start BSing the injury report. Like,
Like we need to see it. You know what I'm saying? If you saying that he's out with an ankle injury, let's send in a picture of a swollen ankle. Like let's see it. I feel like it's really simple, and you can just put an injury guy with every team, like a NBA personnel that, or even if you do in my region, whatever injury you say this guy got. If you say something's wrong with his back, let's see the X-rays. If you say something that's wrong with his knee, let's see the MRI. Put the information out there. Not that I think that would directly cut down on all these, injuries. Or I was also tossing around an idea like maybe if you do miss a game, you have to miss like two or three. So that'll prevent people just missing these little spot games. Because if you have a legitimate injury, you're probably gonna miss more than one game. Especially if you're playing 3 or 4 games a week. I feel like if you miss a game, maybe you should have to be out three. I don't know. There's just
yeah,
ideas I've tossed around with myself.
nah. It's so hard.
It is
Um, Trying to, cause you don't. I mean, you just never know. Like Luca, I think he missed it by one
one,
game,
yeah, one
and
game.
he in 2 games he missed 2 games because of the birth of his child. So like right now he's appealing, trying to make himself eligible for the awards because those he feel like those 2 games shouldn't count against him. Which
Right.
I agree with something like that. So, um, what do you think, Justin? How do you think the NBA could? I mean, I don't think you could fix it, but try to. Um, I don't know, even the playing field, or I don't know, make it so more of the stars are eligible for these awards without setting a game or a minute limit or whatever.
I don't think anything's wrong with the rule to begin with. So I mean, at the end of the day, 65 games is not a whole lot of games to have to play if we're going to be real. So
I mean, yeah, because that allows you to miss. I mean, what 13?
no, it's more than that. It's
17.
82 games.
18, 82, 82. I'm tripping. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so it's 17 games.
17 games. Yeah,
So honestly, I think they got enough wiggle room as it is. I don't think you're ever gonna find a perfect way to do it. Because I agree. I actually agree with what you were saying, Vernon, which is what I was gonna say. I don't think the injury report thing will work because they're just gonna finagle the injury report. I don't think that they would ever put anybody in there to verify someone is truly injured. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't think any of that would change. I don't think it's a perfect way to do it, but I mean, at least they put something in place. I'll say it that way. And I think 65 is a reasonable amount of games to expect somebody to play in. I mean, as good as somebody may be, unfortunately, if you have a season in which you only play 50, yeah, you may have been great in the 50, but unfortunately, you just don't meet the mark. I mean, that's sports. That's just what it is. So, I mean, how many times have we, even before this, have you had conversations about you didn't agree with who got the MVP to begin with? So I don't think that any of this is going to change those kind of discussions. Ultimately, I think it's flawed, but it's a good starting point, and I don't know if there's a way that you're going to really be able to fix it, unfortunately, because they're not going to reduce the amount of games they play in the year, in the season. So
Yeah. So what about okay? Speaking of, you spoke on like the choice of who you gonna pick for the award anyway. What about contract time? A lot of these guys like making all NBAs and things of that nature dictates if you can get super maxes and things of that nature. So I mean, do we penalize the money for that, or do we say okay, this is you know a perennial All NBA player year in and year out, um, we could pay them a supermax because of that, or do we say, okay, well, Luka didn't make the mark. You know, he was hurt the year before his contract year. You know what I mean? Before he could re up and get a supermax, we don't have to pay him a supermax, even though his performance says otherwise when
He's
healthy.
well deserved.
I think to me I think like depending on how you look at that, but like when somebody becomes eligible for that stuff, that means they've been in the league for a while. So I think they can really encompass their body of work. I don't think it needs to just be based upon that last season that they played in. I mean, you can probably look at like the last two or something like that, I guess, to see if in either one of the last 2 years they met the metrics, and if they have, you can offer the supermax.
Or even if I was thinking too about that, like maybe within whatever, however the length of their contract has been since their last, I guess, contract or whatnot. Um, if they've played, you know, if they've met the mark in majority of those years. So let's say it's a 5 year deal. You know, he's coming up on his fifth year, and 3 of those years he's hit the 65 game mark and been all NBA. Then he qualifies, even if he didn't make the mark 2 years due to injury.
Yeah, I think it'll be
Some,
important to
I
kind of
mean, something
introduce
like
something like
that.
that.
Because now I mean, like I said, with this mark, you start messing with people's money when you start thinking about awards, especially when you tie money to awards. Like that's kind of tough.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't know, man. I mean, I'm hats off to the people at the NBA because I mean, you gotta fix it because it's been talk of the season this year, especially with just like with all the stars that's just been like hurt. Um, yeah. Um, so let's look at some of the award predictions. I mean, right now you have um favorites for MVP. I think we just know is Shea Jokic and Wimby. Could possibly put Luca in there if the appeal, if he wins the appeal, he could be in that conversation also. Who are y'all leaning towards out of those four?
I got co MVPs. I got Shea and Jokic. I also got co. I'm jumped the gun a little bit. I got co Rookie of the Years as well.
Who you think, Justin? If you had to pick between the four,
if I just picked one, it would go Jokic, but I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind the Jokic and SGA co MVP. I think that would be justifiable.
okay.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think either guy has done anything to not win it.
You're right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I also don't think either guy has like separated themselves from the other. I mean, they're both tremendous players. They're both carrying their teams. So yeah, I would be okay with Cole. With Wimby, I think he would just get the he got time. So like if I had to, if I had to think
and
about
he's
it,
probably gonna win Defensive Player of the Year too. So
yeah, he'll probably be first team All NBA as well too. I'm definitely not a fan of taking award away from a guy just based on their tenure, but at the same time, just looking back at how this award has worked and how everybody had to like wait their time, it kind of works.
yeah, and that kind of makes me lean towards SGA just based on how the award has been given out over the years. Um, whether we agree with it or not, usually it's the best player. Um, a lot of times, the team has the best record in the NBA. And with I believe the Thunder had 70 wins this season. Um, I think
Nah, nah, they
it
didn't get
probably
70.
they didn't get to 70. Okay, well they was close.
I think they ended with like 65, maybe.
65, yes,
OKC
yeah,
Yeah,
64. Yeah.
64.
64.
Okay, so usually it goes to like the best player, in the team with the best record. So I would have to say Shea based on the metrics, like you said, on the past how it's been given out.
But man,
I
you go
do,
back and
do
look
we
at
know it's a
Jokic's
time? Do we know
numbers.
it's a time
Woo.
has been a co MVP in the NBA? I don't remember.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, because I mean, Jokic is way deserving. I mean, to lead the league in rebounds and assists in the same season, that's never been done before. Um, yeah.
I
And
mean,
I
but his
think
team,
I'm
again,
gonna
and
just
more
back in the
importantly, his
day.
team is winning. So he's not, his statistics aren't empty stats. His team is winning, and he's actually impacting the game with what he is doing. That's my thing. I don't. I'll be honest. It's kind of a yes and no. Like you look at stats obviously, but sometimes stats can be misleading. But for his stats are actually impacting the game. So therefore, like I said, if you're looking at what he's doing and some of the stuff they battled through, yeah, I mean, if I had one vote, it would be him. But I definitely wouldn't be mad about a co MVP.
And there has never been a co-MVP in the NBA.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought. So I mean, if there was ever a time or a year for one, I would. I mean, I agree that this probably would be that year.
For
If
sure.
somebody did say, uh, if somebody did say they were co MVP, I wouldn't be mad. One
And
got
then
over the
another
other. I
thing,
don't think nobody would be mad either.
another thing we probably have to look at is Shea's having an amazing season. He's on a crazy run, but that team is good.
yeah, it is.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think the Nuggets are half the team
no,
without Jokic
no,
that the Thunder are without Shea.
no.
Because I mean, the Thunder can rest their whole starting five and they'll still get with a lot of teams. So like, I mean, I think it's a time we start looking at that as well, and that might actually be the deciding factor. If I had to just pick one,
But
most
are you?
valuable, I feel like
But it's a
give it to
league. It's the league MVP. Like
I get that.
so. I mean,
It's still most valuable player, so that's meaning most
yeah.
valuable to your
Yeah,
team. And I feel
correct.
like,
Is it to the team? Oh,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, what
I
else
thought
would
it
it
was
be
for the
valued?
league. No, I
I
mean
mean, it's a league award,
that's what I'm
and they
saying. Like the
say,
most valuable player in the NBA is not the most valuable player, I
that
guess,
that
to
would
their
be
team.
jersey sales and TikTok
Yeah,
followers.
Oh, okay.
If we were talking about most
no.
valuable to the league, like that would be
No,
like a
I'm
money thing.
most valuable player to the league. I mean, talking about. I'm not talking money. I'm talking about as far as I don't. It's not a team MVP. It's not saying who's most valuable to their team, and that's how it's chosen. I think
That's
it's
the way I think it's determined because, like I was saying, most valuable to the league would be money. It would be popularity. It would
Yeah,
be
who
all of it.
drives revenue? Who drives eyes? You
Yeah,
know,
that would be most valuable to the league. But I imagine most valuable
I mean the
players.
league as a basketball league, not as
No,
the
I get
business.
that, but valuable is.
It's most
I mean,
valuable player.
you can't add value to the league from a basketball standpoint. It's impossible.
Okay.
It
When
has to be
when
from a.
I'm
All
saying,
right, I'm not okay. All right,
I'm just saying I'm saying what I'm saying.
okay.
I'm saying when I
I
say
get it.
most valuable player, I think they're saying to the league as far as basketball is concerned, not money at all. And I don't think it's if you're looking at team. That's why usually the best player on the best team usually wins it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying the player that's most valuable to the team because I mean you can look at some of these teams that barely make the playoffs, and if you take one of their players away, you can kind of say the same thing. So that's why I was kind of debunking that. But you were saying,
but I think it's a multifaceted look. So it's not. Yeah, you may be valuable to a team that barely made the playoffs,
You just said best team with best record.
that's who it
That's
usually goes to.
but
that's
I,
what I'm
I
saying. That's team, bro. The best team, the best player on the best team. That's
Okay.
you literally just said that. That's what that means. Most valuable, you just said best player on the best team. Not the best player in the league. Best player on the best team wins it.
yeah,
That's
because we all
valuable
know
to your
that
team.
best
Right,
player
but
in the
that's what.
NBA
But what
doesn't
I.
get
But
MVP every
that's
year.
what I was saying. Like when we're talking about Shea and we're talking about Jokic, we're saying that if you take Shea away, that that Thunder team is still a very very good team versus what
Yes,
Right.
Jokic is to his team. If you
yes,
take him away and how they play,
yes.
so
Right.
that's
Jokic is more
so
valuable to.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not against what you're saying. I'm just saying the league how the league views it usually goes to the best. So yes, while Jokic, I agree, is more valuable to the Nuggets than Shea is to the Thunder, then he probably won't get it because of how they usually vote on it. I'm not saying y'all wrong.
I don't know. It's also gonna be tough too because even
It's
though
definitely gonna be
we
tough for sure.
we look at it a certain way, it's also gonna be tough to ignore. Jokic's splits. I mean, I'm just gonna be real. If you look at his splits and his impact, and we're not talking about a team that's in eighth; they're in third.
Yeah.
They were two. I mean, they were in third, but like, I mean, they're clinched. We're not talking about a bubble team or anything like that. So I think it's
Right,
going to be
right.
hard to ignore his impact and putting up those numbers as a whole. Again, I'm not always a big person on the numbers, but I will say, based upon his splits and what he's doing and the efficiency in which he's doing it, I got to give the man credit. So
Hmm.
No, no, for sure, for sure. Like I said, I
Both of them
mean,
too. I definitely
even
don't want to slight SGA either, but they both are
yeah,
really
yeah,
playing really well off the
yeah.
chart. So
yeah,
can't
it's
really be
hard.
mad at it either way. If I was just saying, if I had to pick one, unfortunately for me, I don't have to pick one. But I would just say if anything would be the deal breaker, would probably be that. But even that's skewed because
Yeah, it is.
I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
because some people might be an asset to their team non-physically. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody could
Yep.
argue, well, those
Yep.
guys wouldn't even have the confidence to play without Shea if it wasn't for Shea. So
Yep.
you could look
Or
at
Shea
that. You
makes the
can
game
slice it up.
easier because he demands so much more attention. You know what I mean?
Right. So you can look at that all kinds of ways.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
then
let
you
you.
look at Jokic too. It's like he constantly battling double teams, making the right pass, like to lead the league in assists. You know what I mean? Like,
I
I'll
got a
let you.
how
question for
much
y'all.
better does he make everybody
It
else?
just made
Like,
me think
man,
about something.
ugh.
So like, I think it's notorious that everybody agrees that Shaq is the most dominant player of all time, right? Or dominant big man
Whew.
of all time, right?
Oh man,
So does Jokic dropping 45, 17, and 15 not make him dominant? I feel like that's dominating the game too. And you're a center and you're fucking shooting threes and running point and you're 7 feet
I,
tall and you're dropping 47, 17, and 15. It's pretty
I
dominant.
think he's easily top five.
Mm.
Jokic is
The
top
argument.
five center
The
of
I
all
think
argument
time.
people need
I've
to
heard
act,
on
when they
that
talk
year.
about Shaq, they should probably ask the most physically dominant player, because I mean you can dominate without the elbows and just like bullying people and you know what I'm saying, not
I
taking
mean,
up
but
the whole.
if I mean minus the assists, I think Shaq like prime like Shaq was 34 and 15 too. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
playoff games, like winning series, like before Kobe was like Kobe. Like
right.
it was Shaq, like at least the first two, if you want to say rings.
But key
Like
phrase, key phrase you just said is without the assist.
gosh,
That's a
yeah,
crazy thing to say.
but I mean like
Like,
I think Shaq is better defensively. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
okay, that's
you know what I'm saying? Like he
ooh.
did it a different way too. Like people were sore after guarding Shaq. Like you know what I mean? Like they changed rules because of Shaq, made different type of backboards because of Shaq. Like somebody like him just. I think when they say dominant, like physically imposing themselves as a big man on the league, I think that's different. I
Yeah.
think as far as
That's
like
what
just
that's just what I was
like
asking.
I mean Jokic and the way he does it now, like for this day and age, like I think it's dominant because
A
it's
different kind of domination for sure. But that's why
yeah
I
for
was
this
saying
type
like
of
maybe
for the
with
league
the Shaq,
nowadays, the way the game is played, he is dominant. Yes, he's just as
right?
dominant as Shaq was in the physical days, I guess you could say. No, for sure. I definitely top five. I mean, put him up there with Wilt, Kareem, Shaq. I say Hakeem, and then I put Jokic right there as my five.
And that's all I was asking. I just be asking y'all stuff that I just be thinking of. Like if I have a
Yeah,
lot of conversations with myself, and sometimes I just be like, well, damn. They say Shaq's the most dominant big man, but I mean, well, there's different ways to dominate. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to ask y'all, see, get y'all feel for that.
yeah, no, for sure. Moving down the list, we got defensive player of the year, Wimby. With top challengers is Chet and Rudy.
It's a wrap.
Um, yeah, I think Wimby gonna
Wrap
get
that
that. I
up.
think he's averaging like
Yeah.
3.2 blocks a game.
He's the
Not
most
even
impactful
close.
defender in the league. I mean,
Yeah,
it's what it is.
I mean on ball. I mean help side. He does it all. Um,
I mean, it don't help
rookie of
that
the
he's. I mean, it helps that he's 10 feet tall,
Yeah.
but it
But
is
the
what
way
it
he
is.
moves too, like he doesn't like we've seen like Deshaun Bradley's and the George Muir signs, like these big huge figures, and they just don't move the way he move.
That's a fact.
Like I mean, bringing the ball up court. Ultimately playing a little bit of Jokic style as far as moving the ball and shooting threes and things of that nature. Like it is definitely a different breed. I mean, Alien is definitely a fitting name. Rookie of the year, we got Cooper Flag. What's he in there screaming about?
People are so
Uh,
sold on Khan just blowing him out. I'm
Khan.
watching them
I mean,
right
they got
now, and they're
Khan as the
nice.
favorite right now, but Cooper Flag and
Why?
VJ.
I think because Dallas
How?
has been so
How?
bad.
I mean, the Hornets are a 9 seed. They're planning to play in right now. I'm watching it. So
Right,
people just act like
but Dallas ain't
Khan is a part of
scratching
the.
that. I mean, because if you think about
But
it, I think
look at Dallas's injuries, and then look at this Hornets roster. I mean, they got LaMelo Ball. They got Brandon Miller. I think is one of the most underrated players in the game. A lot of what I speak on is like card value too. Like he's definitely one of the most undervalued in the hobby. But I feel like Brandon Miller is really a PG waiting for his moment. So I mean, they're a good team, and they're the 9 seed. And they ended the season on fire, and they still was only a 9 seed. People act like they're just, Dallas had injuries. Dallas was missing Kyrie. They traded away Luca last year. They traded away Anthony Davis this year. I mean, these are two first ballot Hall of Famers that they're just without in the matter of 12 months. So I mean, I don't think Dallas really had an opportunity to be good this year. But to act like Khan is just blowing Cooper out of the water is just something. I'm not saying y'all are saying that, but I feel like the media is just like, oh no, Khan is just. I mean, I don't know.
it's
I
narratives,
mean,
man.
he's also the
Yeah.
first rookie to lead the league in
Definitely
threes.
narrative.
Also,
Hey,
but
congratulations, I feel that.
no,
But
I'm
your
just
team
saying.
is 19.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
also shooting a bajillion a game. So I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that too.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, like that's his. I mean, his claim. So,
No, I ain't
um,
mad at it, but I mean, I think it should
and
be
I
Cole.
think
I feel
Cooper
like both
Flag.
guys deserve to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, no, I mean Cooper Flag has been playing phenomenal. I mean, yeah, I mean we'll see. I mean with a Kyrie there, I mean is he the same? You know what I mean? Like if
He
they
might
did
be
have
better.
Kyrie. No, I'm just saying like if with a Kyrie and the Anthony Davis there, is he still going out of his mind like that? Or these guys just stepping out of the way? Is he getting the same shots? Or you know what I mean? Is he playing the same
I
in the
honestly think he would
system?
be better with other guys out there, with Kyrie, so he can play off the ball, and Kyrie can kind of create.
I'm just saying probably with them two. But if you, I mean, with the team they had, I mean, it was a bit. I mean, granted injuries, but so who knows? But I mean,
Right.
like I said, I'm not against either one of them winning it. I mean, they hit what 200 or what was it? What was it like 275 threes or something like that or something crazy? I mean, they ain't no short stint as a rookie
Yeah,
either.
it's wild. Because Melo and Homeboy finished 1-2.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
yeah. He beat him by 1-3, but I mean, like I said, a rookie going out there doing that. I mean, that's not no small stint either. And I mean, what you're doing is not just. I mean, not to say Cooper Flags is just like irrelevant, but it's kind of like your team is at least in a position to compete, even playing in the play-in. I mean, I think if the Dallas was in the play-in, it wouldn't even like Cooper Flag would be by far rookie of the year. I don't think it would even be a contest. But I think
Man,
right
that
now,
team is
like,
way too weak to have made the postseason, bro. That team is weak as hell.
but down
Gafford
there,
missed half the season. Lively
yeah,
missed half the season.
yeah.
Like there's,
No,
I
I
can't
mean,
put
I'm
all
just
that.
saying.
I can't say Cooper is not
No, no,
a
no, no,
rookie
no.
of the
I'm
year.
saying I'm just saying that you got to think like how they view it too. Like I think they're looking at impact. I mean, granted, I mean like a lot of injuries, they're not gonna look at that. I mean, if you put game against game, I mean, you probably Cooper Flag's gonna stand out a lot more because it's just him. And I think Khan is more of a. I mean, he's definitely more of a role player. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I mean, Cooper being the literally the leader on the team versus kind of playing off of other like you said the Brandon Millers, the LaMelo Balls. Like he doesn't have to do what Cooper has to do, but being very very good in his role as a rookie also. So I don't think it's a runaway either way. I mean, hate to say Cole again, but I don't think you're too far off on that. But whoever wins it, I don't think you'd be too mad about it.
yeah. I just hope
Six
one of them
man,
guys don't lose out on it, but it is what it is.
Six man of the year. We got Reed Shepard, uh, Jamie Jacquez Jr. and Keaton Johnson. as a top three. Who do you think out of those three?
Mm.
Right now, they saying Johnson's leading.
I don't really know about that one. I don't think I've really tapped in too much to all of them. I think I've seen Reed Shepard the most out of them, but I can't say that he deserves it more than either of the other guys. I mean, I guess at a certain extent, you gotta again look at I guess whose team is the best. And you said Keldon Johnson,
Yeah,
Spurs.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Spurs.
mean, you look at
And
that
Jamie
team.
Jaquez Jr. from Miami.
I mean,
So I
yeah,
mean, all
I
play,
guess you probably have to
all
lean towards
possibly
best
playoff
team.
teams.
Yeah, I think you probably have to go with the best team there. I mean, and I'm not saying that that's a say all be all, but I mean, you got to slice it some kind of way. So I guess I just give it to Keldon, whatever.
Most improved, we got Nikhil Alexander Walker, Jaden
Oh
Duran,
yeah, ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Those are two good ones. What's the third one?
and I can't say the name. I'm gonna butcher this.
Who he
Denis
played for?
he played for Portland. Ad
Uh,
Advija? I don't know.
Advia, Denny
Avia.
Advia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are
Ooh,
the
yeah,
three for most
that's a
improved.
good race there. That's a
So
really good
right
race.
now they got Alexander Walker leading.
Hmm.
So or as the favorite. I shouldn't say leading, but
No,
favorite.
that's a good one there because
Okay,
all
coach
three
of
of
the
them.
year.
Coach
Who do you
of the
think get coach of the
year.
year?
I mean, you
I
got to
won't
look at the
tell
young
you
guy.
who's in the running, but
Got to look at the guy from the
I just
Spurs.
you said who?
You have to look at the guy from the Spurs. I don't know his name. Shout out to him though. But yeah, I don't.
He's not
But
even in the running.
that's crazy. Who they got?
You got Jamal Mosley from Orlando,
No, they.
Bickerstaff from Detroit, and Mizzouza from Boston leading actually.
Yeah, well, yeah. I would say Detroit and Boston definitely play above. What I feel like, if anything, Mosley is about to get fired because I feel like the Magic are ass. Like I watched them the other night playing against the Celtics. Celtics didn't even play anybody and they lost. So I thought the Magic was going to be a top three at minimum top four team in the East this year, and they're in the play-in. So I really think I really think he might get fired, honestly. So he's definitely not a coach of the year in my books. But the other two, I'm rolling. I'm definitely rolling. I mean, but then again, I mean, I would still have to look at Denver's coach. I'd have to look at the Spurs coach because I mean, young and their teams are on fire. So you know, I wouldn't just kick
Okay.
those guys out either. But out of the three you guys named, definitely not Jamal Mosley. Uh, Toss up between Bickerstaff and Missoula for me.
All right. So last but not least, we got all NBA team predictions. Uh, oof. Okay. So let's start with third team. NBA third team: Jalen Johnson, Chet Holmgren, Jamal Murray, Jalen, and Cat. Second team: Brunson, Kawhi, Donovan Mitchell, Maxey, Kevin Durant. And first team, we got Jalen Brown, Luca, Wimby, Nikola Jokic, and Shea.
I ain't mad at it. Although we might have to find a replacement for Luca if he don't
Yeah.
get an opportunity.
So
But
yeah.
it's crazy. No Ant Man, no Cade. That shit hurts.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah,
I mean,
that sucks.
yeah. I mean, granted, he'd been hurt, but available to play. I guess. I mean, you think about it, even the Giannis is. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of guys that's out. Damian Lillard's people who normally make this Steph. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
forgot about Steph and Giannis. Yeah, that's crazy.
that's
That's
just
crazy.
don't make it based
Forgot
on
about those guys.
that whole thing. Uh, I do not have defensive teams. Who's let me bring up all
Defense
these
player of the
just
year, we know it's Wimby for sure. We
yeah.
wrap
I was
that up.
trying to. Well, yeah. I'm trying to see all defensive NBA. Okay. Second team: Marcus Smart, Arthur Thompson, Scotty Barnes, Kason Wallace, and Dyson Daniels. First team, Bam, Derek White, Rudy, Chet, and Wemby.
Mm. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Nah. Jason Daniel led the league in steals. Wemby led the league in blocks, and the Thunder finished with the top defensive league defensive team rating. So followed by the Spurs, and then followed by the Pistons and the Spurs. So those are the three top defensive teams of the league this year. So, but all that speculation, we shall see who comes out on top, man, and we'll probably be talking about it. With oh man, they probably wait. What? When does that usually drop? That's after the play-in, of course.
What's
So
that?
maybe next week,
Oh, yeah,
when they
yeah.
actually announce them.
It'll be a
So
little minute.
yeah. All right, let's jump over to the NFL, man. Let's talk a little mock draft. I want to bring up the your, your audio don't drop. Can you still hear us? Can you hear? I think it's dropped. I think it dropped again. All right. I don't even think he know right now that
He don't.
it's done dropped.
Nope.
I don't think he think we talking. Hey,
Hey, y'all still there?
yeah. We'll go again.
Here we go with this.
All right, just jump back in. He gonna hear.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, can you hear
All
us?
right, we good.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. All right, so mock draft, Mel Kiper's mock draft. He just dropped 3.0 today, so this is the most up to date mock draft. I thought we would start from the bottom today. We start from 32 and work our way up.
Okay.
So starting with the Seahawks, they talking about Jack and Darius from Texas, tight end. I don't know, man. I feel like Seattle, man, they lost a lot this year. Tight end in the first round. I would think they would go defense.
If there's a defender that's worth taking, I mean, at that point. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely need some secondary help, some defensive line help. I mean, like you said, they lost a lot of guys. But to be quite honest, the one thing about the NFL that you never really know is some of the guys who are behind these guys, and them
Yeah.
getting that opportunity to step into starting roles. So, um, like most of these teams, I don't think most people follow them that in depth unless it's like your team that you kind of follow to know like who these guys are that are playing behind, like Mafe and some of the guys that have left. So we'll see. But I've told y'all, 2 years ago, I believe Mike McDaniel is probably the best or one of the best defensive minds in football. So I think schematically, his defenses will always be able to compete.
For sure. So that's maybe why they're going tight ends. Like, hey, look, let's get some more
Mhm.
talent on the offensive end because I can scheme up the defensive end.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I guess I'll say it that way.
Okay, New England, Colton Hood, cornerback from Tennessee. Uh,
That would be a little bit of a surprise, but okay.
I mean, for him to fall that far, I've
Yes.
been hearing a lot that he may be the first cornerback off the board. So I don't know. Some people,
Good.
I don't know. Yes, Hood from Tennessee.
I ain't heard that one. Okay.
Yeah, I heard he could possibly be one of the first off the board. Miami going DN. Keldrick Falk from Auburn.
Yep. Young
I don't
dude.
see that. Yeah, definitely
Yep.
defense in Miami. Kansas
Well,
City.
Miami can't go wrong with whatever they draft.
I
So
mean that's true too because they basically rebuilding.
Kansas
Kansas
City can't
City.
either. I feel like anybody they pick is gonna be golden.
yeah,
Yeah, they're thinking about. I think they got 2 picks in the first
they
round.
do. They do.
Yeah,
Nine,
they got 2.
nine. That pick and 9.
9 and 29. So, Brandon Cease from South Carolina, cornerback. They predicting, which I mean they lost what you call it too this year too.
Legarius. No, he been gone. You mean
Nah,
Trent
they
McDuffie.
traded. Yeah, they
McDuffie?
traded Trent
Yeah.
to the Rams. So,
They lost both of their
uh,
starting corners and safety because they lost
Really?
Brian Cook too.
yeah, yeah. But I
Yeah, that's
mean, they've been very good at developing corners in Kansas City because I
they
mean, year
developed
after
everything.
year. Well, that's true too. But it seems like, especially on the secondary end, they've been drafting and shipping guys out like year over year. It seems like they always lose one or two secondary players, and they just reload through the draft. And next thing you know, it's
That's
some
one
new
thing I
game, new
love
day,
about
or
them.
new name popping up.
I
That's
think
one
what
thing
a
I
lot.
love about them. They understand the business. They'll let somebody go. They'll
Hmm.
realize who they can't let go. Then the rest, hey, you're great. We want you, but we can't afford you. We have to cycle it. And they'll because I mean when they got rid of Legere Sneed, I was like, wow, Tyreek Hill, Trent
The
McDuffie.
Tyreek surprised me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now I will
But
say this
then,
though
go ahead.
about that though. Yes, they've been able to do that, but how long can they continue to do that? Because the guys that have enabled them to do that are now not what they were. Like Chris Jones is good, but he's not as dominant as he has been. You know
right.
what I mean? And they don't really have much around him. I mean, the Nick Boltons, the George Carlisle, they're okay, but those aren't guys who can carry their defense. And then, for a while they had the honey bat. They've always kind of had some guys there to do that. And
I
to
forgot all
me,
about him.
yeah, to me, I think they've lost that. So I'll be curious to see. Yes, I think they scheme well on defense, but they've also had a pretty good offense at times, and their offense hasn't been good either. So, and then to me, I like if I'm Kansas City, I'm making sure that offensive line is right because Patrick Mahomes can't get hit no more. Like
Yeah, true.
we got to make sure we give him an opportunity to stay upright. So at 9 and whatever, real talk, it might be two daggone offensive linemen depending on who's available. So for me, that's just me though.
And
So
they
And good,
and
good,
this and
good
they
teams
said
can
this
do that.
draft. They said this draft is offensive tackle heavy. Like,
mhm.
you can get some good tackles, and a couple of the tackles can play guard too. So, um,
Good
yeah,
teams can go offensive line. Teams like we can't afford to go offensive line in the first round because we're gonna strike out on all the other rounds. Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna strike out on the first round too. So like, yeah, that's a good team right there. They can if they're at a liberty to be able to pick, two offensive linemen in the first round. I could definitely see them doing that because they just have a good system over there. Like got a good
Yeah.
team. So
And
yeah.
it comes in the trenches to me. But side note, Vernon, it just came to me. You thinking about
Uh oh.
Jermiah McCoy, not Colton Hood. McCoy is the one that they were talking about for Tennessee. They cornerback.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Because
I
he
could. I
was the
could.
guy who
Hold on. Let me
missed
see.
all of
Oh yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. My bad. My bad. Yeah,
Yeah. Because
because
I
they
just thought
got.
about it. I
Yeah,
said, no,
yeah.
not Colton
My
Hood.
bad.
I've
My
heard.
bad. My bad.
Yeah, okay.
That was,
It just came to me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no. You good. You good. You good. I appreciate it. Uh, Houston Texans at 28. Now you're talking about some people who've been getting like steals in the draft. They're saying Christian Miller from D tackle from Georgia. So
I think they can go anywhere. I
that's what
mean,
I'm
their
saying. Like, I
offensive line
mean,
needs help, but yeah, I think they can go anywhere
which
really.
is
who was this
odd
guy
that they're
mentioned?
not.
Sorry.
We talking Texans. Like, it's odd
Oh,
that they're
okay.
not going offensive line. Like,
It-
that's been their blaring.
I wouldn't
Like,
go. I would never draft an offensive lineman in the first round. Y'all know me, so I can't even be. I would never,
But at the
never,
same
never
time,
ever
Vernon,
ever.
they've also signed a lot of offensive linemen in free agency.
yes. The only thing with that is I look at D line and offensive line as like kind of outliers. Um, because it takes y'all got to work together so much that it's hard to just sign a bunch of guys and put them out there and just expect them to work together well. You know what I mean? It just takes a lot of chemistry with offensive lines and defensive lines, with stunts and things. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody got to be on the same page and for it to be effective. So I
But you got to
think
remember, they don't
I
need
think if
anybody
you
to play right away. So
on the
no
O
matter who they
line,
draft, yeah, you have to go look it up, or I can pull it up for you. They've signed
Oh
enough
no.
offensive linemen, so even if they drafted one, you still run into the same issue. You got to build the chemistry, so that doesn't change.
yeah.
Chemistry doesn't change regardless of that.
I, I I
Um,
look at dropping one in versus signing two. Easy, it's an easier thing to do.
yeah,
I
but I
mean,
mean
for
they re-signed a whole bunch. Like, I mean, not re-signed. I'm sorry, they signed a bunch in free agency. That's what I said. Regardless,
I hope.
I think
I
outside of that
mean,
left tackle, I think everybody else is new on their offensive line.
because the C just like. where Houston was like CJ Stroud's rookie year to these past 2 years. Like that is dominant defense. Like you got the pass catchers, you've brought in the running backs, like you've done everything else. You know what I mean, to make this team what it is. And being a Colts fan, and just knowing the AFC South is like they've. It's just been the offensive line. It's like sometimes as a defensive coach, it's like you can get blinded by the defense and just focused on the defense. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening because the defense is stout at every position. You know what I mean? And it's like maybe we are neglecting the offensive line. The offensive side of the ball a little bit too much to not see that. Like we need some staples in that offensive line.
I will
And
say
maybe
this,
maybe it's by committee. Maybe you bring in a bunch of guys and just see who stick. And maybe by the end of training camp you let some guys go. But it's like they got to
I
figure
think they'll
that out.
sign off offensive lineman or two in the draft, just not there. And on top of that, believe it or not, I believe I heard, I can't remember the exact stat, but their offensive line metric wise was not as bad as people make them out to be. The struggle came with CJ Stroud making mistakes, and that's really what started crushing him. He just was making he just hadn't been playing well, and that was not offensive
But
line.
could it be seeing ghost? Could it be from the year before?
Again, but that's not the offensive line's fault if you still.
No, I'm just saying like.
So
no.
yeah, I mean that ain't.
Maybe not that year, but I mean like if you go from a year before where I think we see this with a lot of guys like you have a year where you've hit more than you've probably ever been hitting your football career. And then that next year, you know what I mean? Even though it's a new line and they playing better, like your feet aren't set the right way. You just don't feel comfortable. So maybe it could have just been him not feeling comfortable.
Yeah, but he better figure it out. He better
figure it out. I agree. Because the Texans are right at the mark where it's like either we make a playoff.
They ready to win.
Their market is like, hey, look, either we make some noise in the playoffs because Stroud's contract, you're going to have to make a decision. You know what I mean? Next year, you're going to be looking at like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, they picked up that 5th-year option, but I agree. They said, Will Anderson should be their priority over him. I mean, absolutely that's a no-brainer.
Over CJ Stroud?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Will Anderson? You don't think so?
Over CJ? I mean,
what has CJ done since his rookie year to make you think he's worth the money he's going to ask for?
Yeah, because that's 50
playoff games. I mean, people don't care about stats; they care about winning playoff games. So,
but if you look at how they won, it actually hasn't been.
I agree with you.
CJ's place.
He was disgusting in these playoffs. There was a little sarcasm in that. A little sarcasm.
Okay.
That's why I was saying like that's how they see it. So
I'll say this, Jared. If I'm them, I'm prioritizing Will because of what Will. I mean, Will Anderson is as young as that dude is. I mean, he is one of the best pass rushers you have in the NFL. And now I'm not saying this is going to be the case, but you're coming upon a year where next year, quote unquote, you're going to have a very strong quarterback class. So if you do have to make a change, you do have a quarterback you can bring in with a team that's loaded on a rookie deal and kind of reset it again and allows you to kind of rebuild. Now, I'll be honest, I would play it that way because if CJ comes out has an MVP type year, that's a different conversation. But if CJ continues to struggle, I wouldn't feel comfortable saying, hey, CJ, here's, $55 million a year, for the next 3 years, even if it's just a 3-year deal versus I'm going to just run it back I'm going to go find another guy I can get for a fraction of that cost. You know what I mean? Because everywhere else they strong. They just got to get good play out of CJ. And then their offensive line actually has to continue to get better. Like
that defense was crazy last year.
Oh no, their defense was nuts.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like even if CJ Stroud is managing the games, like
they're winning.
You probably could have added 3 or 4 more wins
easily. Yeah.
So it's. I mean, this is definitely a proven year for CJ Stroud, and it's crazy 100%. To say because all you can think about is that rookie year, and it was just like ridiculous. But it's like at this point, it's crazy to say that he's holding them back.
Yeah, I know,
Man,
but it's the
that's
truth.
tough.
Man, it's
Yeah.
it's like because all I can think of just good CJ Stroud plays, and maybe because I watch him mostly against the coast, which always
And
plays
then
good
I
against
just
us. It's
you say
just like,
your truth there. My truth is like, man, why can't I just see Joe Burrow with a defense like that, man?
uh,
Oh man, like
moving right
Yeah,
along, San
thank you,
Francisco.
thank you, thank you.
San Francisco. Look
it's
like they're going
crazy.
offensive tackle possibly with Blake Miller from
They better.
Clemson.
They better. Yep.
Because I mean their O line is old too. I mean especially with Williams out there. Like I don't know how
And
much longer you gonna get out of him.
well, you know they're
Uh,
beefing right now, so it ain't even guaranteed they're gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah. Well,
So,
yeah. I mean, but it's hard to move him now. I mean, he's been struggling with injuries. I mean, that contract is not small. Like it's gonna be hard to move him. So you got to work something out. But I mean, drafting his replacement is always a motivator. Um, Buffalo at 26. I don't want to mess this up. Is maybe Avion Terrell from Clemson,
yep.
cornerback.
Cornerback.
I
Yep.
mean, they definitely need defense. I mean, anything they can get on defense too, will be a plus, especially in the secondary, because they couldn't stop nobody last year, and they always want to play man, but y'all don't have the corners to play man with. Chicago Bears, Zion Young from Missouri, DEM. I mean,
Yeah, I need that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking for pass rush. Yep.
Yeah, they looking for pass rush for sure. Yeah.
Cleveland Brown pick via Jacksonville. Malachi Lemon, receiver from USC. Okay,
At
now
what number?
I've been hearing,
24?
at 24.
He's not gonna be there at 24, but go ahead.
Okay, nope. That's
Mhm.
exactly what I'm about to say. I've been hearing a lot of rumors like he could go like anywhere.
Y'all think he gonna be the first receiver off the board?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so
Yeah, not.
because O lineman and wide receivers is like heavy in this draft. But only thing about him, what about his injuries? He
Lemon
has
ain't
a
really had
like.
no injuries.
Oh no, I'm thinking dude from I'm
You
thinking
thinking of Jordan
Oregon.
Tyson.
Yes, my bad. But
Yep.
I heard that he could possibly go to the Chiefs at 9.
Huh.
I would be
Last thing I need
surprised.
is them with another weapon.
Well, my thing is any team like that is it sounds good, just like they were excited about getting Xavier Worthy. None of that matters if you can't protect your quarterback.
That's true
If
Yeah.
too.
the man can't throw the ball, I don't care who you got out there. It ain't gonna matter.
I mean, but even if you switch those picks and maybe you grab a O lineman at 9, if he drops or grab him, I would. If it was me, I would grab him at 9 and then grab an O lineman later, having those two picks.
You got to prioritize to me. You got to prioritize the offensive line. That's just me. You got to protect. You got to protect what you got. You got to
I
protect what
agree
you
with
got.
that too, but it's like, I mean, one of these possible generational talents.
I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that. I think he's going to be a really good receiver though, because I mean he primarily plays in the slot, but he catches everything. His biggest knock is his speed. It's the funny thing is he'll end up with a team that is going to say, well, I watch his tape, not what he looks like running in draws. So that's the kind of guy that ends up. That's how Kyle Hamilton ends up in
Running it,
Baltimore.
bro.
You know, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So it's
man.
like that's what's going to end up happening. I just don't know that he'll go. I mean, if I'm Kansas City, to your point, Brian, I can see it. I ain't gonna say I can't see it. I just, for me, I'm hard pressed because I just think they better fix the offensive line. They got to. They got to. So
Okay. Well, I mean, if nothing else, he'll be in Cleveland if he drops this low.
Well, y'all,
Uh,
what y'all think about Cornell Tate?
um, I'm sure they got him going top 10 if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think at
yeah.
one point he was a top wide
New
receiver.
they got him 8 to New Orleans, but
Yeah.
we're getting there. We're getting there. Philadelphia, they got O lineman Arizona State Max. I don't want to
Yep.
mess his name up.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
a
he's
anchor.
from Nigeria. He's a freak athlete. I heard like he only been playing football for like 5 years, but
That's crazy.
yeah, they said like talent wise, he might be the most talented offensive lineman in the draft. It's just he's got a lot of development to do.
Oh, that's
Ch-
probably will draft then. Anybody that needs some development, yeah, that sounds like somebody we're gonna take.
all right.
Okay.
So Chargers, Peter Woods, D tackle from Clemson.
I can see that. I guess
We
that's a
got
hard ball pick. Yep.
yeah, no, for sure. Pittsburgh Steelers, guard from Penn State. I cannot say his name.
He's not dropping that low. I
Uh,
own
at
whatever. He's not.
21. Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't see him dropping to 21. That's a tough. That's tough to pass on that kid.
He was
The other teams.
them their top guard in the country this year.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Like I said, it's just O line heavy. Dallas Cowboys, C.J. Allen, linebacker from Georgia. They definitely need better
Ooh,
linebacker play,
they got.
amongst other things on defense.
I ain't seen C.J. Allen going that high. Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Carolina Panthers, Emmanuel McNeil Warren,
Oh, safe.
safety from
Yeah.
Toledo.
Yeah.
Man, they be
Minnesota,
low-key producing some good DBs.
uh, 18 Minnesota Vikings, Dylan
Oh yeah, from
Thiemann,
Oregon.
safety from Oregon. Yep. 17 Detroit Lions, Caden Proctor,
Yeah. Yeah.
offensive tackle from Alabama.
He'll end up going
They
there.
saying 16 Jets trade via the Colts. Hi, Ty Simpson maybe.
Not happening. I
It's the
can't see.
Jets.
I just legit can't see that happening.
It's the
I can.
Jets. I
Yeah.
don't put anything past them.
Well, I'll say
Uh,
this: if that happens, it's the same thing I've said about a lot of coaches who I've been right on. That means Aaron Glenn is looking to get fired. You don't make a pick like that and think you're going to keep. You're going to make a pick like that. They're going to fire you because you're going to suck.
But the way he was talking about Geno Smith, it's just like,
That's what I'm saying.
bro,
Like you need to add talent. Bump a Ty Simpson. I got a hot take for y'all at the end, but go ahead.
15 Tampa Bay, Kenyon Sadiq, tight end from Oregon.
That'll be a good
Ba-
pickup.
14 Baltimore Ravens, Spencer Fano, O
Yeah,
lineman
fan.
from Utah.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, they need a lineman, so yeah, I can see that, and he's versatile.
Scroll down so we can get the top in here. Rams, Francis.
Mangia
Yeah.
from Miami. Yeah,
Yep. Offensive tackle. Dallas at 12. McCoy, cornerback. Okay, so
nah,
they're
McCoy.
saying
Yeah,
they saying may take him at 12, which that would be a
yeah.
great pick for them.
That means
Um,
man's the lane they got going before him.
yep. Miami Dolphins, wide receiver Jordan Tyson from Arizona State,
They're not
which
taking him, but go ahead.
I don't see why you would get. Never mind. It's Miami. Bengals. Cornerback from LSU, Delane.
Yeah, that'd be a
So
good pickup for them.
if
Kansas
he's not
City
hurt, we ain't
Chiefs.
taking. We
Kansas
only take
City.
injured guys.
DN from Miami, Bain Jr., Ruben Bain
Mm,
Jr.
yeah,
Um,
that'd be a good pick
Saints.
actually. But yeah,
Saints at 8, Carnell Tate from Ohio State.
that'd be a good pick.
7, Washington Commanders on the Styles, linebacker from Ohio State. Uh, Browns at 6, Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle from Georgia. And then you got the top 5, the Giants, Caleb Downs,
I can see
Tennessee. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that would be a good
that.
pick for them. Tennessee Titans, Jeremiah Love, which they need running back. I mean, I don't see that being a bad pick for them. Arizona Cardinals, Arvell Reese from Ohio State. All the Ohio State defense, them
That'd
top
be
15.
all right. David Belly and
Uh,
then Mendoza. Then all right.
yep. Bailey and Mendoza 1 and 2, Jets and Raiders. So
I'll say that any team that takes Ty Simpson in the first round is going to regret it. But more importantly, I think
Yeah,
the
he's
shakeup of the
fine.
draft may be Tennessee not taking Jeremiah Love, but Tennessee taking Sonny Styles.
I want Jeremiah Love. I hope he makes it to 10. I'll
I don't
take
think
him.
he will. I think he don't get past 7. I think the Commanders will take him
yeah,
if he's available. I mean, you pair
that's
him
true
with
too.
Jaden Daniels, you know what I mean? So I just and again I could be 1,000% wrong, but I'd be thinking about like what Robert Sala has done with like Fred Warner. So give him a guy like that in the defense like Sonny Styles and how he may be able to kind of start to transform that Tennessee defense. I
Hmm.
could see I
Yeah,
could see
yeah,
that being a good fit for them. But I could be wrong on that. Definitely could be wrong.
yeah. I mean, okay then. So we said no Ty Simpson. For the Jets, then who do you grab at 16? Then what position? I won't say player. What position you think they should grab at 16? Then
I would take another receiver.
Yep.
Add him with
Who?
somebody had them taking Jeremiah Love, and I was like, dang, don't they like Scottaboo? So I
Who? You
don't
talking
I,
about the Giant? The Giants got Scottaboo. He said
oh
the
yeah,
Jets.
that's what you guys said the
I mean,
Jets.
Yeah.
my bad. The Jets. That's what I was
You said
saying.
the
Okay,
With the
my,
Jets.
no, that
Jets,
was my bad. I think you said the Jets. I'm think
Yeah,
I'm
you said
tripping.
the Jets.
yeah.
You said the Jets.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
you
was.
said the Jets.
So yeah, I
I'm
mean, if you
from
got
New
two
York.
and 16, you not. I mean, you not. If you don't take Ty Simpson at 16, then what position group are you looking at then?
Receiver or DB.
Another receiver.
I mean, you
Okay.
got to
Okay.
think they didn't have a single interception last year, so you can't tell
Well,
me you don't
probably
need
D.
help in the
Well,
secondary. So I mean, you hey, I'll take a corner. I'll take a safety. Matter of fact,
or maybe Caleb.
yep.
Do you take him
Well,
at two?
he no. Even though I would consider it, and then I would get my edge guy at 16, but I know they won't do it.
That's fair.
But I would definitely consider
It's
it.
the
Like me,
Jets.
I probably would consider doing it. But I think what they would do is, if that's me, I'll take David Bailey, but then I would grab one of the safeties that either Minnesota's taking or the Panthers. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah,
Later.
so I
Yeah.
would
Who
take
drops?
so I would take one of them
Okay. Okay.
instead.
Okay. Nah, that's fair.
And that's
That's
gonna be
fair.
the dag on Ty Simpson.
Nah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Man, that's it, man. Any final thoughts? What we defunding?
Dang, I think y'all just tapped out on me.
Oh, I just switched again. Crap. Thought we were doing good.
How did he fix it last time?
I don't know. Hold on. Maybe he trying to figure that out now.
Y'all still
Okay.
there?
Yep.
Yeah, we here.
Oh, okay. Were y'all waiting on me to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talk about who we defunding.
Oh man,
I don't
so
think you
let me
heard us
go.
initially because I
Yeah.
switched scenes and I think
Oh,
you made a
okay,
cutout.
okay.
So
Y'all
you
waiting
know
on me?
what you are you doing something that's allowing you to here's Jared when the screen switches?
Nah, nope. I'm just be sitting here.
I think it
I
just
ain't.
takes a minute for his audio to catch up. I think
Okay.
that's what happened.
Okay.
Now, I
Yeah,
don't know
so
what last week
man,
was going on, but
they gotta defund changing these autograph times for these signers, man. So I'm going to New York City this weekend, and I was supposed to get Derrick Henry's autograph and Bijan on both on Saturday. They end up switching Derrick Henry to Sunday, and they switched Bijan to Friday. So I got to shift everything around, to make sure I'm there on Friday. And then and Derrick Henry, I'm just gonna miss because I'm gonna be back here by the time he signs on Sunday. So man, they gotta. It's big business. There's a lot of money being spent for these, this memorabilia. Like, man, they need to come with it.
yeah, to get
Cancel
there and
week
then you
of.
can't
I'm
get
like,
what you need.
dang. Yeah, man. Like, they just rescheduling people left and right. It's like, I plan my whole trip around the certain autographs that I need, and the fact that I'm gonna miss out on Derrick Henry kind of sucks. So, but
Which is crazy.
yeah, it's
You
pretty
driving or
stupid.
flying?
We're flying out there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll still be
Ooh,
able
that's
to get
cool.
Bijan. I'm gonna get Jamar Chase as if I need another autographed Jamar Chase item. But I mean, you know how that go. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you
yeah.
gonna have them sign?
So I'm gonna get another jersey signed by Jamar Chase, and then Bijan. I got a Michael Vick Falcons helmet. I'm gonna add Bijan to that. Then I got a Bijan jersey, and I'm gonna have him signed. So
Okay.
I get 3 items signed while I'm up there, and bring it on back.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
Yep.
Justin, anything in the fight world we need to keep up with, man? Anything we need to know about that we didn't talk about last week?
Nah, I think we covered everything last week, at least that I can think of. I know there's a fight coming up. I wanted to say it is this week, but like I told y'all, half these fights that are coming up, I have no interest in myself, so I hadn't been paying much attention to it because boxing is doing what boxing has been notorious for, which is not making the fights when they need to, not making the right fights when they need to make them happen. So the only thing I would say is kind of, you remember when that live golf kind of came about or whatever it's called? Just kind of,
Yeah.
I would say I'd be curious to see what this Zuffa boxing ends up doing,
Mm,
because they're signing some of these guys and they're actually getting some okay talent. I'd be curious to see if any of the bigger names, bigger stars end up signing with them. And if so, be curious to see what that ends up doing in terms of ability to make fights. It can't get any worse. They're already bad as far as making them, but be curious if that changes anything in terms of getting some of these fights that we want to see. So, like I said, right now, I think fight that everybody's probably waiting on is the Xander Zayas and the Drawn Ennis fight that I told y'all about. But we still got quite a bit of time before that happens.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's it and that's all, man, this has been the Epic Podcast, man. Wait a minute, hold on. We will see y'all next week, but also no, we won't. We will be doing because the draft
Is next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
next
Yep.
Thursday. So we will be doing a draft show with Crossover Sports. So catch us next Thursday for the first round of the draft. We will be doing a collaborative show. So it'll be me. It'll be us three, possibly Ike. We're gonna try to squeeze Ike here. Hopefully he back in
I
Atlanta.
ain't gonna show up.
Dang. Okay. Hey,
I ain't
shots
got
fired.
no confidence.
I'm not trying to squeeze Ike in nothing, bro.
Okay. All right.
That's crazy.
For the show, and Brandon and Jonathan should be joining us also.
My
So,
guys.
cover the first round of the draft, talk about our teams, and be excited for the technically beginning of the new NFL season. So
Yep.
we will see y'all next week.
And if
Peace
you
out.
talk to Ike, he can't show up just for like 2 picks. If he gonna show up, he
Dang.
gonna show up to work.
Dang. Oh man, to pass the message along, he'll probably see it in the clips.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
Um,
might see it in the clip.
Yeah.